Hey, we're here with Vesslan from Adrenaline, and we're going to talk a little bit about the showcase matches that have been kind of put together here by CXG. Obviously, you guys are playing NOA. What do you think about that, and what's going on with it? I heard a little bit of you guys maybe changing the format a little bit of it.
Yeah, we might play some Showmatches Only for the fun of it, to make the spectators have a little bit more fun and show how it was played back in the old days. And I think it's something that's needed for the Counter-Strike. And it's going to be fun playing Noah. I didn't play the game in the CPL versus them, and I think we really want to beat them, so it's going to be fun.
Yeah, definitely. It's pretty interesting having that 10 grand on the line. A lot of the other teams obviously going to be in a tough shape. What do you think of some of those other matches, and what do you think of having like $10,000 on just one match?
Well, it's fun. I mean, you get something back. Of course, the tournament was a little bit disappointed that we didn't get to play for whatever circumstances, but this is it's going to be a facelift, and hopefully, I mean, it's going to be intense. I think it's going to be fun.
Every shot's going to matter, definitely, with that much money on the line. Looking at the All-Star game, you're a part of that. You're going to be probably the captain for your team, looking at trying to at least keep a little bit of organization in what's a little bit of a pug team. What do you think of your team, and what do you think of the other team, and how do you feel like that CO is going to affect that pug style?
I don't know. I think it's going to be a lot of fun to watch, and the players I get the fortune to play with is just incredibly skilled players. So just try to keep them down to earth and follow some tactics. And I think we're going to have a lot of fun there playing the other American team. That's, of course, a lot of skilled players. So that'll be nice.
Yeah, there's some money on that one, too.
Oh, it is? I didn't know.
It's 10,000 as well, so you get 2,000 if you win that.
I'm up for that.
Yeah, of course. Also, talking about your team, Adrenaline, what do you guys got going on in the future? I mean, obviously, you're not done now. Are you guys going back to Europe? You got anything else planned? What's coming out with you guys?
Of course, we've been now for 3 months in California, so we're going to have a few weeks off. But we have a lot of things to set up for the future with Sennheiser and homepage. We got our cloth line coming up, and there's a lot of work to do. So we won't have such a big break.
What exactly you have with a clothing line? What's it going to be involved?
Oh, it's going to be a full line of clothing, actually. Hats, jackets, sweaters, T-shirts, everything. And they're really nice clothes, actually. Not only sponsor clothes. It's going to be really pure, only with the brand name and the logo. That's it.
Wow, that sounds like a great buy. Also, you're talking about the new Sennheiser headsets. You're talking about that. The new 155s are coming out. And what did you think of those? You've been playing with them for a little while. I got a little sneak preview, I guess you say. What do you think about them?
I've been playing for them for about the last 3 months now. I got the prototype, and I'm amazed of the quality of the sound. Not only has the advantage like the DSP 500 from Plantronics had, that you can bring your own sound card, which it had, but you also can plug in analog headsets to this USB device. And of course, you add to that you bring the quality of the Sennheiser sound. It's just the perfect match.
Just for people who don't really know what's going on, maybe explain a little bit more about what the difference is between the 150s and the 155s.
Okay, the 150s are pure analog. The 155 is a USB device with the analog attachment to it. So, but of course, it comes with a headset, and they changed the ear cups a little bit. It's a really nice headset, and I know that Mouse Sports, SK, Team 64, Adrenaline, MIBR are all using PC 155s by now.
It's kind of rare to get it 3 months ahead of time. You got a special deal with them? What's going on with you and Sennheiser?
Oh, we had a Sennheiser sponsorship now for 3 months, and they've been making this boot camp in California for us possible. And we're also setting up a longer-term deal. Me, Quick, and Executor have a full-year contract with full-time salaries, so we can actually focus 100% on the gaming. We're hopefully setting up now for the rest of the players and the organization, and we're going to try to take a bigger step together with Maurice Querre from Sennheiser Communications.
Going back a little bit to the CO, obviously the community is kind of not really sure about this. It was played a long time ago. I myself really love CO. I really want to see it played again. Valve's gone out and said they're going to make some changes with how the money system works and all that. I still think CO is necessary. What is your thoughts on it? And obviously you've been a huge proponent of it.
Of course, people might think that changing the money system will change the max rounds, but it's just going to work it worse. That's my personal opinion. It's going to be too strong to play CT side, and I mean, today the CT or T side is decided by a coin flip, and that feels really random to me. It's always been an advantage playing the defending side. If you look at Charges Only, the only setback that you have with it was actually the fact that CTs were backing off when the tourist was attacking. I think there's a really simple solution to that as well. What if while you plant the bomb, the time limit freezes? This way you will totally avoid that problem. Also, I think that the only reason that CO is so important for the community is because it's so much more fun to watch. It's more action. You bring out the skill, team play, and the organization within a team.
Yeah, it's definitely something we're going to need to see. I mean, the spectators are going to have to become more and more important if we're ever going to make this any bigger than it is already. And, you know, you're saying a lot about the problem being people backing off of the CT side. You know, what else do you think is an advantage, and maybe is there any other disadvantages to CO that people may not have thought of? And obviously you played it back then when it was, you know, really popular in Europe. Is there anything else that people should keep in mind?
No, well, for Charges Only, of course, everybody is skeptical changing the game or changing the format of how you play it. Like when the Europeans had to switch over to max rounds, there was a big hassle about it. But you adjust pretty fast, you know. You have to just practice it. But the big advantage again is the fun of watching it. There's no setbacks really. You won't camp out time. People might say, well, it's not realistic that you're gonna run and die. Come on, this is a game, and just like a sport, it's supposed to be fun to watch. That's what it all comes back to.
Yeah, I totally agree with you on that. And, you know, one more thing I wanted to say is you had said before, and I don't know if you want to comment about this. This was something that you had said off the cuff to me before, that you felt like the European players, because they had played CO, had a little bit of an advantage over the American players. Do you really? How do you feel about that? And explain that. I see you shaking your head.
I'm positive that's the fact that the Charge Only changed the style of game in Europe, because you had to be more organized as a team. There was not only rushing. People think that, okay, Charge Only, so you used to rush out there and try to skill people out. It's totally the opposite. You have to play really smart and use your time really well. But the advantage of it that you won't have campouts on the echoes. That's the major difference I see between max rounds and Charges Only. You play a little bit faster but more coordinated. You need more tactics because you're playing more rounds. I mean, you can play up to 30 rounds at a game, you know, and it's just really fast paced.
Yeah, I thank you for getting on here. Definitely a lot of good stuff. Obviously, you said Sennheiser. You have any other sponsors you want to thank? And obviously, give a shout out to any managers or the rest of your teammates.
Yeah, of course. I want to thank my whole team for being out here for such a long time, devoting 3 months of their life for this. And I think it helped our team a great deal. Also, I want to thank Miguel Shang a lot for what he has done for our team from Gamers X. Unbelievable. And of course, Maurice Quere from Sennheiser Communications. They're all a bunch of great guys. And also perhaps a future sponsor from Private Energy, Luis.
Thank you for getting on here, and I appreciate you sitting down here. Good luck in your All-Star game and in the NOA match.
Thanks a lot.